690-1841 is the phone number. BrotherTShow.com is the website. I have this man in the studio right now. And you know what? I'm a fan of this man's music. This is a catchy tune right here. I love this tune.
Thanks, Brother T.
No problem. We have the man, Chris McLeod, in the studio. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man?
Doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing wonderful, man. We're doing wonderful. Chris McLeod, welcome to the Brother T Show, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, no problem, man. Chris, you know, like I said, I'm a fan of your music, man. I mean, this music is like feel-good music, man. It's feel... happening now. I mean, you can't be in a bad mood when listening to this.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you know, I mean, wow. I mean, you've been in music for a good while. I mean, you've been in the business, man. So, you know, just tell my audience a little bit about yourself. About yourself.
Absolutely. I've been doing music for, I mean, really as long as I can remember. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I have, my first full-length album was in 2005 when that came out, so I've just been doing it ever since, and I love writing songs. You know, that's really my heart, is the songwriting aspect of it. You know, I love performing, and I love doing, you know, interviews and all this, but like, to me, songwriting is like, that's my heart, and that's my passion.
Yes, you know? and you've written songs for, you know, a number of acts, you know, acts that, you know, you hear on the radio now. You know, tell us about that.
Yeah, I do songwriting and production, and that's one thing in Nashville that's like, is kind of a thing, is like songwriting, you know.
Right.
So you can write, they call it co-writes, where you you know, you go with an artist or another songwriter and you come together and write a song. But yeah, it's actually the biggest thing I've had yet, which I'm really excited about, is the new Newsboys album, which is coming out in September.
Okay.
I'm a co-writer on one of those songs.
Really?
So yeah, so I'm really excited about that.
I mean, wow.
It's like a new, you know, that's a new thing that hadn't even released yet. So I'm still really excited
a number
about
of
that.
artists. I mean, so a lot of people enjoyed that more than performing.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about that? You know, do you prefer just to sit back and write, or just be the performer?
Man, that's a good question. Like I you know, my favorite songs that I've written are the songs that I perform and sing, and to me, like, that, those are songs that express who I am.
Okay.
And they're a part of me. So when I'm writing for another artist, you know, that's me too, and I'm passionate about that. But I'm writing their passions and their you know, their voice. That's my goal. So so yeah, the songs that I perform as an artist, to me, are the songs that represent me the most.
Okay.
And I love performing. You know, I love playing in front of people and just sharing my music in a live audience. Like, there's nothing like a live show. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing like being there in person and experiencing something special. Something special happens in a room, you know, when people are there to listen to a song together with somebody performing it. You know, like, that's a special thing. You know, that you can't create that. You know. So, but that's a good question, man. I love both. Like, to me it's just like two different kind of sides of it, you know, two different sides of who I am and what I do. But yeah. Okay,
right now we have Chris McLeod in studio right now on the Brother T Show. So you've been pretty much performing, you know, in a lot of places, all over the country. Where is your favorite, you know, like, venue, or your favorite state, or favorite, you know, place to perform at?
Totally.
We get the best reception. I mean, what's your favorite?
Well, I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a number of years.
Okay.
So, like, I love going back there. Like, it kind of feels like home, you know, a little bit, just because we lived there for so long, and that's where I probably have the most fan base. And so Tulsa, Oklahoma, I love it. I love playing up in the like Buffalo, New York area. I played there a whole bunch of times, and I've always loved playing there. I love, you know, all of New York is great. You know, I love going to New York and playing. Yeah, I saw a picture of you at the stadium where the Bills played. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I saw, I saw a picture of you when you were standing outside the stadium. Yeah, I'm a Bills fan. Oh, are you? Yes. So what do you think about the Bills this year? You know, what do you think about them? We'll see, man. They got like a whole new staff, all new quarterback, like new everybody. So yeah, I saw today that they have like a quarterback fight between Cobb and the new guy. What's his name? Manuel. Yes, Manuel. Yeah, EJ Manuel, right? Yes, and it's looking good. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's the thing about being a Bills fan, is like, every year, the beginning of the year, they get your hopes up, and then about halfway through the season, you know. So I'm just like, I don't want to get my hopes up because I'm just gonna be let down.
You know what? And you know what? You're not the only Bills fan that said that to me, because
really?
I work with the Bills fan. She's from Buffalo.
Okay.
And I remember last season, at the beginning of the season, when Fitzpatrick was with the team.
Right.
They were on a roll.
Yeah.
They were on a roll like the first half of the season.
Yep.
I was telling her, yo, the Bills looking good. She was like, listen, I'm not getting my hopes up because, you know, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
You know, we go on a roll, and, you know, when near the end of the season, we get and then they went on like a losing streak, and they didn't make it to the playoffs.
I know.
So,
dude, that's the life of a Bills fan. It feels like, but hopefully we can turn around this year, you know? Like,
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
How long have you been doing music?
Doing music? So let's see. Well, I mean, like as a kid, I took piano lessons. I was in choirs, and so I mean, since I was like 5, 6 years old, I've been writing songs since I was really when I was about 18. I really started writing songs seriously, and so I'm 30 now, so it's been a few years. But yeah, I've been then my first full-length album was 2005, so it's been a lot of years. It's kind of the only thing I know. Like, I also do music production.
Okay.
So I have a recording studio in Nashville.
Okay.
So that's I do that as well, and that's like another passion of mine. Like, it's kind of helps because, you know, as an artist, it's like there's good months and bad months, and sometimes, you know, the bills get paid, and sometimes you got to figure it out.
Right.
You know, so the music production kind of helps with that. You know, that's like a little bit more steady, and it's fun too. I love working with other artists and producing as well. So I've been doing that about the same amount of time.
Okay. Right now we have Chris McLeod in the studio right now on the Brother T Show. So you are a part of Transform Music Group, okay, based out of Nashville, Tennessee. You know, I go back and forth with the guy, the man, Matt Rogers.
The Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix. Yeah. So how is it working with the Matrix? How is it working under him? I mean, because you know, I've had a great relationship with him. You know, how is it working for Transform?
Oh, it's been awesome, man. Like, me and Matt get each other. You know, like we've gotten close over the last couple years, and so man, I'm blessed to be a part of it. Like, it's they believe in what I'm doing, which is amazing. You know, they trust me with their other artists and recording, and they trust me to, you know, release music that I want to release. And so to me, it's been great. You know, it's been good.
All right, wow. Right now we have Chris McLeod in the studio right now on the Brother T Show. So Chris, your songs, man, you know, just about every song I heard, you know, it from what I gather, and correct me if I'm wrong, it could be done on a CCM genre, you know, contemporary Christian music.
Yeah.
But also with the lyrical content, it could be ambiguous. It could be played on adult contemporary.
Right.
And that's one of the things I noticed about the songs that you put out is feel good music. It makes you, it like puts you in a good mood. But it seemed like it could be music that could cross genres and get, you know, respectable radio airplay. Now, my question to you is, do you mean to write your songs like that, or does it just happen?
Man, that's a good question. You know, when I sit down to write a song, usually I have just something in my mind of where I want to go with it. Sometimes it's conscious, and sometimes it just happens. You know, like sometimes it's like, okay, let's write a song for CCM, and then you do that. But sometimes it just comes out of you, and it is what it is. So, but yeah, you know, I love like to me the crossover thing has always been a cool thing, because, you know, I love Christian music, and that's what I grew up in, and I love the church and the body of Christ, and
amen.
And like that's, I want to be a part of that, and part of what God is doing there. But also I feel like, you know, that God has called us to reach the world as well.
Amen. Exactly.
And so, and I love like mainstream music, and I love, you know, like I love all kinds of music. So to me, it's, I I like both. You know what I mean? I like doing Christian music, and I like doing more general market. Like, I just want to write songs that, as long as it's honest and true to who I am, you know, then I'm cool with it. Like, so does that make sense? I mean, is that
it makes sense, because when I heard your music, I could hear you being on like a CCM radio station, like we have one here called The Fish,
right
here in Atlanta, 104.7. But I could also hear your music being played like on a light station, like we have one here, B98.5, like a light, like an easy listening station. You know, not trying to say your music is not hard or anything, but that's but I'm saying like music that you can hear like if you go to like a doctor's office or a dentist's office, you know, something that's easy listening, which I love easy listening music. So that's why I'm saying your music could be crossed in both genres. It could definitely be a pop hit. Your stuff could be pop hits.
And no, I appreciate it, man. That's a compliment. I appreciate that.
Thank you. That's why I was asking, okay, was that your intent?
I mean, like this song we're listening to right now, Life Is Happening Now, like this is a song I feel like anybody could hear and hopefully be inspired by, you know, like take advantage of every moment in your life. You only live once, you know, life is happening right now. For me, like as a Christian, like it comes from a place where I feel like that was the message of Jesus. He said the kingdom of heaven is now, you know, and so like he wants us to be a part of that today, and like not wait around for him to come back, but he wants to put us to work today, you know. So so to me it comes out of a place of that's what inspires it. But I feel like anybody can get behind that message, you know. I feel like it's a message that anybody can relate to and enjoy hearing, you know.
Okay. I mean I like it, because when I first heard it, I was like, okay, this is feel good. This is really feeling good. And I was asking people, I'm like, okay, do you recognize this hook? Because this hook, I've heard this on radio before, and I'm like, man, this is a nice song. I mean, I love the song. It's catchy. And a good hook, to me, a good hook will make you remember the song. It'll make you love the song. Because I can listen to the song all day. And it has a great message behind the song. You know, life is happening now. Live life to the fullest. I mean, wow. I mean, awesome. Awesome. Right now, we have Chris McLeod in the studio right now on the Brother T Show. So tell us about your latest project that you have out.
Sure. So right now what I'm doing, for 2013, I've been putting out a song every single month. So starting in January, I've put out one single every month, and I call that a single album in a single year. So like what I've been, you know, music is kind of changing right now, you know, like right now it's all about the single and the one song, and you go to iTunes and you're just gonna buy your favorite song. And so we were like, how do we use this to our advantage? And so the thought was, why don't we just put out one single every month? And what that does is it allows people to kind of follow what I'm doing throughout the year, and it's not just like, oh, here's a whole album and then people buy it for a couple of weeks and then it gets lost in the internet, you know. So we were like, let's just keep putting stuff out every month, and then at the end of the year we'll put it all out on a CD. But I think it's a cool way of doing it. It's kind of allowed me to, like, one song can be, like you were saying, like a, you know, a CCM song, and then the next month I could do a song that'd be more like on pop radio, and then the next song could be like a acoustic, you know, singer-songwriter song. So it's I love it because it's allowed me to, you know, kind of express different areas of who I am every month. So
whose idea was that to put a song out every one song per month instead of compiling,
right,
you know, all the songs on one album, just releasing them? Because that's actually a very good idea. And plus, it, like you said, the way the music industry is now, with, you know, iTunes, you know, digital downloads, you know, digital media distribution. So whose idea was it for you to do that instead of putting an album out with just one complete album with 12 songs?
Right. Well, let's see. Matt Rogers, who you mentioned, who, you know, he came to me, and I'm going to give him the credit for that one. I'm just going to let him take that, because he approached me and said, because we were talking about what are we going to do for the album coming out, and we were talking about the budget and talking about all these things, and he's like, okay, I have an idea, meet me for lunch tomorrow. And so he broke that idea down for me at lunch, and I was like, man, I love it. I think it's awesome.
Okay.
So it's cool because it was an idea from Matt who runs the label, but to me it was like it allowed me to be creative in my own way too.
Okay.
You know, where I was able to do rather than trying to have one like cohesive, all the songs kind of sound the same on the album. Every month I can just do whatever I want to do, you know. So it's kind of allowed me to explore some creativity, which has been really fun.
Okay. Right now we have Chris McLeod in the studio right now on the Brother T Show. So Chris, you shared the stage with very notable acts. Mm-hmm. Like Casting Crowns, who I've met, very nice guys.
Oh yeah,
great. Oh yeah, great guys. I remember when they came to Atlanta, at a Lifeway Christian Bookstore.
Cool.
We were the media that helped cover them. You know, being there. Mark's a real nice guy. The lead singer, real nice guy.
Heard, yeah.
You shared the stage with a lot of notable acts. How does it feel to share the stage with notable acts like that?
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome, man. Like, just like I said, I grew up listening to Christian music, so it's so whenever I'm, you know, get booked for something like that, or I'm about to go on stage, it just feels like the 15-year-old version of me or the 12-year-old version of me who, you know, loved a lot of these artists is just like freaking out, you know. It's just like I feel like a kid like doing his dream, you know.
Gotcha.
So it's awesome.
You're like a kid in the candy store.
I'm a kid in the candy store, man. Can't even believe it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Right now we have Chris McLeod in the studio right now on the Brother T Show. So Chris, what is next for Chris McLeod? You know, besides making, you know, a record every month, what's next for you?
Man, that's a good question. I've been so focused. Like, doing a song every month is hard work, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I've been working a lot and getting these done. So I'm just like, right now I'm just like, I got the end in sight. I got to get through December, you know, and put out a song that I love every month, and from there we'll see, man. Who knows? Hopefully get on the road a little more. Hopefully have more time to play more dates. I've been so focused on doing these songs that, you know, that's one thing that's been rough, is I haven't had as much time to hit the road because of I got to be in the studio every month, you know. So
right.
So hopefully a little more on the road. Working with some other artists, doing some producing and songwriting that I'm excited about. So that's what's next. But we'll see, man. You never know.
Okay. Now, doesn't that put pressure on you to have a song done every month, one song per month? Doesn't that put like a kind of like a sense of pressure on you?
A little bit, but I think to me it's good. To me it's like, give me a deadline and it's more likely to get done, you know. Like, that inspires you to have to put something out, you know. But that is pressure, man. That's like right now I've got the next 2 songs written. So what are we in August right now? So I got September and October, but November and December, we'll see. Something good will happen, but I kind of work best under the gun, you know. So whenever there's a deadline, I got to get it done. That's when I kind of am at my best.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Hopefully.
Okay, Chris McLeod is in the studio right now on the Brother T Show. So Chris, I asked this of just about every artist that I interview. What is that dream project that you would love to work on? Like, what artists would you like to collaborate with? What is that dream project? Because we all have a dream project. Yeah. You know, one of my dreams was, you know, the play with Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
you know, I would love to. Hey, I wish that they could do that hologram thing to bring John and George back. but you know, but I'll be asking a little bit too much. Then everybody gonna want Elvis. They did it with Tupac. You know,
That's
they brought him back as a hologram.
Yep.
What is that dream project?
Oh man, for me, ever since I was a kid, I'm like the biggest U2 fan,
really,
of all time. Yeah.
Okay.
So to me, like, you're Paul McCartney, that'd be like if Bono called me up and said, "Hey, let's work on a song together."
Oh,
you know?
man,
that would be my dream. You know, my dream project, I think.
Okay. Wow.
I'd definitely be a kid in a candy store
if you was to work with Bono and the Edge.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, that's what's up. And U2's a great group. Great group, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh man. So who are your influences?
Yeah.
Who are your influences in music?
You too, like I said, the Beatles we talked about. I love them. As far as like some of the Christian artists that I grew up listening to, there was like Switchfoot.
Okay.
And even before that, like if you remember like DC Talk.
Like Toby Mac.
Toby Mac. Yep, grew up on all that. So I love a lot of that. Grew up on that. I'm a big fan. Let's see. I love Coldplay. They're one of my favorite bands.
Okay.
I was listening to them on the way here, actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're new.
Well, I guess if you like the Beatles, you gotta like Coldplay.
Exactly.
I like
the British music.
I'll
right?
take Beatles over Coldplay any day. So.
Oh yeah. Dude, I'm with you, man. I love the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, check this out. We're gonna take a break, and you're gonna perform for us live on the air next. And I'm excited. And you brought your guitar with you.
I did.
Hey, you might make me want to break my guitar. We can have a little guitar duet, play a couple of Beatles songs.
There we go.
I don't think my guys are ready for that.
They're not ready.
I'm just kidding. Nah, it's all about you today, man. It's all about you today. Hey, one more question before I let you go. Before we let you perform. If anybody wants to get your music, if anybody wants to get information on you, tour dates, if they want to book you, if they want to reach out to you, give out the Facebook, Twitter, website, MySpace if you're still on it. The floor is all yours. Give out all the information.
All right, website is chrismcleodmusic.com, and I'll spell my name because it's spelled a little differently. It's Chris M. McLeod is McLeod. So chrismcleodmusic.com. On Twitter, I'm the Chris McLeod. And on Facebook, I am facebook.com/Chris McLeod Music. So that's a good place to start, and you get links to the iTunes and Amazon and all that from there. But that's a good place to start. Is chrismcleodmusic.com. Okay, and just basically, if that's too hard for you, Google him. There you go.
Yeah, just hit Google, spell out Chris McLeod. That's McLeod, McLeod. And
Brother T tweeted at me earlier, so you could look at if you follow Brother T on Twitter, you can just link from there as well.
Yeah, follow me, Bro T Radio Show, BROTE Radio Show. Okay, well check this out. We're gonna take a break. Chris McLeod's gonna be up next with his flying guitar. He's gonna entertain us today, and he's gonna play live in the Brother T Show studios. 888-690-1841 is the phone number. BrotherTShow.com is the website. Stand by for a break. We'll be back.